Holy gazingas! Those are some big melons!
What? Dear God. Hello, I'm Makerton. So yeah, this video was born because I was making a different one actually, completely different. Well, not so different when you think about it, but this was besides the point. And I was finding some funny clips when I decided to see if Puggo had any funny ones. Dear God, that rabbit hole. I literally watched one of their videos, and from there, we went downhill. So, yeah. This was kind of inspired by Jazzington, so, yeah. I picked like 3 channels, the worst of the worst, Puggo, and overall pretty mid one other than some of his recent content, Sly Pie, and the best of the best, in my opinion, Super Mario Muffet. So yeah, we're going to start with the worst on this list because that's the easiest way to get that watch hours and get you people invested, you know. Puggo is somebody a lot of people hate, so if you talk about him first, that's a great way to get engagement. Anyways, Puggo, I'm only talking about Puggo's plush. I'm not even going into the main channel because that is a whole different level of insanity I am not going into.
Mug so I can drink some more of Roxanne's yummy milk. Good measure, I make sure to get some of that yummy cream straight from the source.
Unless you want to, you know, and the best way to let me know is by, you know, going down to the comments section. But for now, I'm not touching that level of insanity. So for those who don't know, Puggo, strap in. I'm not going to go into all of it. I'm just going to go over, like, you know, the pretty basics. Like, I think it was back when he was 16, I believe. He used to, like, Photoshop people, like, their messages into saying the N-word. He stopped that because he just wanted to say it himself at this point. He just straight up says it in some videos. I mean, sure, while he bleeps it out. That doesn't mean we know you said it. But Puggo, just because you can edit a big old blur thing over it, doesn't mean we don't know you actually said it. Like, I'm not kidding. Not every, like, literally. That's not even to mention the fact every single character is a stereotype. Like, this is some kind of just insanity. It's like if you took SML, lobotomized them, and just force-fed them edgy early 2010s content, and then shoved FNAF in there. And that's the type of way you get somewhat close to Puggo. Like, let's go down the list here. He bought a loot, you know, the list of shit that he's done, you know. He bought a loot box for another creator, you know, was like, this is not going to be a hate video, proceeds to shit on it. The previously mentioned N-word stuff that he says, and I don't know if he still photoshops. Which is, you know, that's mostly on the other stuff. I mean, that's not even talking about the plush channel. Well, the N-word stuff is all on the plush channel, mainly. He literally just says the N-word there. I don't know what possessed him to say that, but I don't know. He just felt like it. He also would, like, threaten to dox people. Not to mention, well, like, dox as in he has their address and has threatened to share that publicly. Not to mention, he is known, at least from my knowledge, to scout plushies, which is, like, the least of his crimes. And he knows his audience is young. Like, I went into the server because I was trying to talk to the man behind the madness. Like, I wanted to talk to this strange man. Because he's just so fucking weird. I want to talk, I want to get a look into that behind the curtain, see the man behind the madness. I don't know. It's like a science experiment. I want to see what makes him tick. But I joined the server and tried my best to integrate, so I wouldn't be suspicious. I'm still there. I'm hoping eventually he will respond. I doubt it, but if I try hard enough, it has to work. I'm not active there. I've been on the edge of I should just leave, but if I leave, I have no way to contact him. If I want to know his reaction to when this video comes out, because you're right there. Your face is getting plastered on this video, because I know that's a good way to get clicks. I'm honest about engagement farming to some extent, because this took like 2 to 3 weeks for this video to be created, so I think I'm allowed to do that a little bit. But like, he knows his audience is young. Like, I went into his server, and like, I saw someone admit to the fact they're under 13. It was removed by him, most likely, because from what I understand, the mods don't do a whole lot. I don't think I've ever seen one in chat when I was in there, or in there enough to catch on to how this works. I was trying to get a hold of Puggo, man. I regret so much. I was there. Oh. Anyways, like, his audience really shouldn't be watching any of the plush videos. Plus, he has been into, like, so many little controversies. Like, a lot of people want him gone. He just won't leave. It's like a cockroach. No matter how hard you try to kill it, it keeps coming fucking bad, dude. And now that we have been down the list of crimes he has committed, there are a few more. Like, he went out of his way to contact someone who was clearly underage, who made a hate video on him, which is kind of fucking weird. This part of the video may have ulterior motives. Again, that's sicko's intention. I want to peek behind the curtain. Anyways, the joke of looking behind the curtain and getting to look into that mine is stale. But, yeah, now on to, like, the biggest crime of his fucking plushie channel. Like, genuinely something that is fucking baffling. He has a pedophile character commit SA on a minor character. These are characters, by the way, not real people. He hasn't went down that path just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he has. Anyways. So, the fact this guy hasn't been banished either shows his, like, community is actually fucking brainwashed. Or so few people actually know of this stuff he's done. I'll admit, though, there are a few jokes I found funny, generally because I'm old enough to, 1, get them, and 2, I used to like SML, so my humor's pretty fucking broken as is. Like a video I'm not going to show because it was so uninteresting, I genuinely almost passed out watching it. That's not a joke. I literally decided this video would drag it out, so I chose against it. But in that video, there was a full BDSM joke that was fully explained to the point where you understood the gist of it. And I'm sorry, I don't think anyone, like, at a minimum, like, I'm talking the minimum age anybody should ever even have an inkling of what this is, at a minimum, should literally, at the least, I'm saying minimum here, okay, be 16. I don't think anyone under that should even have an inkling of it. Like, I understand kids will watch things they aren't supposed to, but you know your fucking audience. And just because you have a warning, that a 13 warning, you have to be at least 13 to watch this, they're gonna watch it fucking anyways. And you know your audience is young. Like, that's the fucking thing, you know. You're fully aware. Man, I don't find it funny either. Like, that's the thing. A lot of the, like, a majority of the jokes I genuinely don't find funny. They're just overall really fucking weird. Like, that's the best way to describe Puggo and half the shit he's done. Just really fucking weird. Outside of the list of fuck-ups. Like, here's the thing. I love to talk to this guy. And have a civilized discussion. Because this man is fucking crazy. I genuinely think he might have fell down a flight, might have fell on his head as a child. To be fair, I have as well. Long story, my head was too big, fell off couch. That's besides the point. But he's fucking crazy, and I'd love to get a look into that mind. Like I said, he's fucking crazy. Like, I'd actually would like to have a talk with him. Like, he interests me so much, I have no idea why. I mean, that right there is a whole conversation. Like, that single clip. Puggos is known for taking down, like, hate videos, which this is not. I'm not trying to be a hate video. But, Puggo. I'm gonna give you a well warning. While this channel is small, I have friends that are bigger than you, even your main channel, by a significant degree. So, word of warning, don't fuck around, man. I don't think you need an additional drama from a fucking little guy like me. But I extend a olive branch. Let's talk. I will record the full thing. You can as well. And I'll post it completely unedited other than a few things that I say beforehand. Just something that I'll even send you the video while it's unlisted and you can tell me. Because I won't remove things for your own gain, but I will potentially change my wording of things I said before the interview. But everything that happens in the interview is in the video. Okay, I'm extending an olive branch because you fucking interest me so much because you're just fucking crazy. I've already reached out to you. I've had a friend that knows you and you are friends with. He has also reached out to you. You have more than enough ways to get back to me. So reach out. Anyway, since this video is recorded in the past and opening Discord here. Oh, by the way, I will leave the chat logs in the interview if it doesn't become a part of this because I'm going to let people know what I actually said because I'm not a coward. But yeah, as you can tell, as of me recording this, he has not responded. And my other friend that knows him hasn't responded, so as far as I know, I got radio silence for now. So anyways, like I said, so let's go. If you're interested in the topic and want to go deeper, do that shit at your own risk. I looked so fucking hard into every little crevice here. There are so many Google Docs. Like, people don't want him here. He's just so fucking integrated, it seems. Anyway, so I'm just gonna paste my notes from my, my notes from when I took notes of the videos here. So I'm not gonna watch the Grinch video because I have self-respect for myself. But anyways, into the cesspool. So, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna try a transition. Tell me if it's shit or not. This is gonna be the first time messing with transitions. Anyways. So, the fat guy... Oh, what a voice crack. So, the fat guy... I can't speak. So the fat guy episode. Dear God, why can't I say that? First the voice cracked, and then I just couldn't speak. Water, save me. Anyways. As my brother has dubbed this episode. So Toy Freddy has a pug. They go outside. I skipped most of the video because I wasn't really interested in most of it. And Pogo has a guy who does. Oh, one of my cats went out. Hold up. Okay, he's out. Anyways, so the guy who does Toy Freddy, you know, they just decide to paint the guy purple and put him in a shirt that looks like a bra. I don't know why I wrote that. I genuinely feel bad for his friends. And then they paint him purple with a Toy Bonnie mask. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of feel bad for this guy. So he's BB's pet, I think. He's also Godzilla, apparently, but BB names him Scooby-Poo. Man, Puggo. Good writing. Peak cinema. They keep bowling, and you know what? I'm keeping this clip. I'm keeping that for later. Because, man, it is funny. That is going into the clips folder. Then BB gets Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie out. And Toy Freddy is just making fun. It gets murdered. Hijinks ensue. We get to see Pedo the Hippo, which is a choice. Dear God, Puggo, why? After that, Lefty has to beat the shit out of Big Boss. And calls the cops, which is I think a Japanese question mark puppet? I'm not sure. Like, what nationality puppet is. I don't think Puggo even knows. Like, it's a stereotype. I don't fucking know which one. Because he does this, like he cannot do a even mildly Asian accent. So he does his best. And that could be a racist depiction of either Japanese or Chinese. I know he didn't do anything with Korea. Listen. I don't think he's smart enough to know there are two Koreas. I'm gonna be honest. I think he thinks North is the entire part. I don't think he has enough brain cells. I'm gonna be honest. I know you're hearing this because I know how you deal with videos that criticize you. I know you're here. Again, the interview is still open. I don't know. Anyway, so it kills Big Boy. Yeah, the cop puppet just kills Big Boy. He doesn't even fall. He just lays down. I thought that was funny, honestly. BB is like, no, why did you do that? Then it ends. Pretty fucking crazy for no reason. Anyways, after that, my brother decided we watch, a main channel video, so interesting. He gets, like, job applications, I think. That was funny. That was funny. I'll give him that. The job application thing, I thought that was funny, but to be fair, I watched this man's fucking videos. If he was to get a job, I think my life would be so much better, but that's besides the point. I then decided this is not worth it. I'm not watching 40 minutes of this shit. And went back to the plushie videos, because at least they're like 30 minutes at max, I think. And then we decided to do the pool video. So the first joke off the back is gooning. Yeah, I don't know why I expected literally any better from him. So, Toy Freddy is overheating because summer. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I mean, kind of makes sense. So they go to an ice cream truck, and the fucking hippo! Motherfucker! So Toy Freddy gets abducted. Oh, by the way, he's like 73 years old or whatever because there's like an annual pie eating competition. It was like the 73rd annual, and Puggo, you know annual means yearly, right? I don't think he understands what annual means. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if he doesn't know what that means. Now, I know I'm criticizing him a lot over little things. I don't care. My toe just croaked. As in, it made the fucking noise. Hold on. I'm getting distracted. Okay, he only did it once. You know, he made one noise. Oh, yeah, you guys don't know. So I have two toads, Kennedy and Big Mac. Big Mac, she is built like a Big Mac, loves her name, and Kennedy is named Kennedy because he escaped into my room while we were trying to name him, and I found a $50 coin right where he was, and it led me to seeing him because I went, ooh, shiny. He's making noises. Do you guys hear that? He's making noises. Can you guys hear that? He's making noises. I have no idea if you guys can hear that, but he's making noises. Oh my god, that's awesome. This is my first time ever hearing him make noises, other than like one time 3 months ago, so I'm glad he still makes noises. Anyway, so they're just really mellow about their friend getting fucking abducted. Sorry for getting off track, by the way. I've never heard this before, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I have ADHD, so my brain just kind of. Anyways, they're just so mellow about this, so they go back inside. And Tubby apparently ran back, so, yeah, kind of, I don't know, man. I'm losing fucking brain cells. Then a joke, like, no wonder this guy is fucking viewed strangely. What the fuck? I don't know what the joke was, and I don't remember, which I'm happy. My brain, like, blocked it out. It was doing psychic damage. My brain fucking blocked it out. So they decide to go inside the deep freezer, and I'm not even going to show the fridge out of respect for his poor family, because there are pictures of his family, like baby photos that his parents would have. So there's a high chance he still lives with his fucking parents, which is hilarious. I find this funny. Puggo, if you're watching this, you're gonna have to explain why you have your own baby photos on your own fridge. Otherwise, I think you're living with your fucking family, and I think that's funny. Anyway, so then Lefty, a black stereotype, I think, is checking on his deep freezer, and, like, it's like if you took Black Yoshi from SML, but you made him even more racist and less funny. That's how you get Lefty and Puggo's AU. So Toy Freddy gets a sheet beat out of him with a lipstick. I don't know why. I don't know what that voice is. It just decided. The stock footage joke I thought was funny. I thought it was funny. I don't know. Something about there being big O stock footage on there. That right there I found funny. So they buy a pool to have a pool party. Insert dick size joke here. I'm not gonna lie. It got me. Because I wasn't expecting his humor to be that low, so. Yeah. Oh, I am truly too far gone. So, honey buns. So, they go downstairs because they saw BB is having a pool party. So, Foxy and Bonnie are not on the list, so they can't come. And it's rattled down the stereotypes, right? El Chip is a Mexican stereotype, but even more racist. Not what I expected, you know. I feel like most people do that, but like, that is extra racist, dude. Toy Chica gets drowned by Orville, and he's a stereotype I'm not even going to get into. Not even touching that, because I have respect for other people. It's entirely because he's a religious stereotype, and not... He's a Jewish stereotype, and really, dude... Why, of all the stereotypes, you picked that one? Orville has a built-in joke that you could play with. He doesn't say a lot. Make fucking Hippo normal. And speak of the fucking devil! He's after Helpy, and this always happens. So, Nightmare Freddy didn't let Foxy and Bonnie in for the previously stated reason. They don't have, yeah. They start a water war and can't hit BB. I feel like my soul is leaving my fucking body. Dear God, help me.
Pow! Right in the chromosome!
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one actually had me laughing, and into the clips folder it goes. So, BB gets a water gun, gets hit, it fucking vaporizes. The water gun, we found that... Funny. That's funny. I don't know why I'm calling funny. I don't fucking remember. Bonnie gets so cooked, and Foxy has a water gun. When the fuck did he get this? I love this clip. It's funny. Into the file, just in case I get to use it in the future. So, the guns reappear. I don't know why. I guess fucking plot convenience. Then the fat guy gets in, and the plot just kind of ends. But a note from my brother. You can tell these are just a bunch of friends making shit together. But the main guy making it is Puggo, so... yeah. And that's verbatim what my brother said. And that just kind of depends on your position. I mean, I don't like Puggo. I like his friend, though. The fat guy. I love him. I like that guy. I would... listen. Puggo, if you could just get me in contact with that guy... I may take the video down, and maybe... No, I'm just fucking with you on that part. This video's not getting taken down. Because, man, I can't be bought, though. I will take down the video if it makes me some dough, you know what I mean? I'll just make another one. See? I don't know. This gag's not funny. I'm not funny, man. I'm cooked. I'm old. Anyways, so Toy Freddy was still in the pool with Honey Bun, so at least he got a good ending, I guess. The end credit animation is just really fucking good, and I really do not think he made it. Unless I said otherwise earlier. Because keep in mind, I'm making this section before the last one, and I made the last one now, and I still don't think he made it because my brain refuses to admit he would. So yeah, he made a Kanye video. It's about what you expect. BB likes Wes. I'm saying the last guy's name because I think it's funnier. And it's because it's what they did. So Wes is a fat guy, is the fat guy in the video, and... yes, it's Pink, my main man, in here. Get Puggo the fuck away. I like my big boy.
Give me a kiss.
Kiss me, fat boy.
Anyways, so the conflict essentially boils down to BB likes West. West hates fat people. Toy Freddy is fat. And Toy Freddy thinks BB shouldn't like West. BB fat shames Toy Freddy. He gets triggered. BB and Toy Freddy break up. Top 5 saddest anime friendships broken. Number 1, Freddy and BB. Ah. What the fuck? My own hair somehow got in my mouth. Ah. I don't even know how the fuck that's possible. Anyway, so Bonnie wants to make West a good person, so BB and Toy Freddy are friends again. I heard a low power sound come from your phone, Puggo. You should charge your phone, Puggo. Do it. I heard that sound. Anyways, so they arrive at West's house. Big boy, my beloved. Anyways, they make an SML-style music video, taking the beats from West's song and then adding funny lyrics over it. My humor is low at this point. I added it to my playlist. Now, you may be like, wait, this is on Spotify? No. Apple Music? No. SoundCloud? I don't know. I just downloaded the video, extracted the audio, edited down the portion I wanted, and then exported it as a... What did I originally export it as? Because it didn't originally export as an MP3 file. I'm definitely not checking my Discord server because I sent it to friends. Technically, it's not illegal. I couldn't get it anywhere else. I would have added it in my Spotify playlist if it was there. That's not a joke. I would have. I go flashingfries.mov because I had to strip it of the video file. Then I had to upload it into Audacity and then get the pure MP3 out. I did all that just so I could listen to it. I don't think that's a crime. Viewer, I don't know. So I added it to a MP3 file, a MP3 player I have on my phone. Yeah. Don't worry, I have Spotify Premium. I use Spotify for the most part. And then there are songs that aren't on Spotify or YouTube only songs. I'm not paying fucking $20 for premium, or is it 15? Or is it 10? I don't care. I'm not spending money to listen to my music offline on YouTube. I don't like YouTube Premium and all that. Something about it rubs me the wrong way. Plus, I can randomly just get free 3 months of Spotify Premium, and I've been abusing that for months, man. Anyway, so, me potentially committing a crime aside, because I take YouTube music videos that aren't on Spotify and just download them, export them to MP3, and then listen to them on a MP3 player that I have on my phone. By the way, I've actually seen a real-life MP3 player, like some iPod shit, in the wild. I'm surprised people still use them. Like, I thought it was a dying breed because you could just emulate one on your phone for, like, half the price. Anyways, my confusion aside, remember, we're talking about that SML-style music video, and I went down this separate rabbit hole. Sanity Error will tell me if I shouldn't have this in, because he speaks law. If you don't know who Sanity Error is, you should check out Lore Maker. Sorry, I had something in my throat known as a plug. I had a channel plug. It was I should stop fucking speaking. I should stop speaking sometimes. But then you won't get funny clips of me saying I have a plug in my throat. Jesus fuck. Somebody has been to a hospital for that. There's no doubt in my mind. God, why are all the animals yelling? They're fed. I literally fed you. I literally fed him. I just fed him. I just fed you. pause, I have to deal with him. He knocked over his water bowl. I had to walk in there, fill it up, and then come back. By the way, he's in a separate room than the others because he's an outside cat, and it's like... It's been consistently like 20 degrees outside, so he's not allowed out there. And he's not like feral. If anything, he's nicer than some of the cats inside. It's just, he was born outside, lives outside, and like, doesn't like the inside. Like he'll come in when it's cold. He'll come in during the hottest of summer to escape the like, literal death heat outside sometimes. But overall, he just prefers to live outside. Like one time, we brought him in on a pretty average day, and he figured out how to escape through like a hole in one of the sides of our like AC unit because he just didn't want to be inside. And not like that central AC, like you know one of those wall ones. He just went into like the one side we haven't patched yet, and just went because he didn't want to be inside. Trust me, he prefers to be outside. He's only inside because it's like 20 degrees outside, and I don't want my cat to be a icicle. Anyways, so they accidentally call Wes fat, and he's about to lose his shit. But Bonnie, corrects himself and says, "I'll teach you to act skinny, so you know how hard it is to be a fat guy, so that he will be nice to fat people." Bro looks absolutely fucking zoated, bro. Bro is on fucking cloud 9. It looks like that 1,000-yard stare type shit. After he exercises, he's no longer fat-phobic. But I didn't know it's that easy to fix being fat-phobic. Well, if it's that easy, now let's fix racism. Oh, wait, Puggo wouldn't exist if racism wasn't there. Remember, Puggos said the N-word. And photoshopped others to say the N-word. So, yeah, I think he's a lost cause. Anyways. Now, Toy Freddy and BB kiss. I made a joke about them being lovers, but I mean... what I expected. So my brother then picked the alien one because he recognized it from SML, and I was like, holy shit, you're right. So the aliens, may I show you Exhibit 1?
Yes, that one right there will do nicely. Right into the baby. I'm going to kill it with my massive penis. With my massive penis. With my massive penis. Kill the baby with my massive penis. Ugh,
Yeah. This is a Puggo video. You fucking tell. Fuck. Why do I subject myself to this pain? Pain. All I feel is pain. I was trying to reference something, but I forgot what it was. So yeah, the aliens want to kill the president to invade Earth. So BB gets hit by the spaceship, so BB becomes friends. And then Big Boy, he's back, the best character. And there better be a wiki about him. There better fucking be a wiki about that fat guy. I like the fat guy. He's funny. Anyways. Yeah, I'm able... If you watch The Lore Maker, you know I don't do this often, but I can touch my microphone now. So I can mess with it. It's over for anybody who wears headphones. By the way, I'm going to edit this video, so I want to hear the pain, so... Anyways. So they go through the deep freezer, Lefty appears, got stick ready. They go to a real Walmart. Oh, poor people. Why, Puggo? Why also be a public nuisance? So they go to get salt because the aliens are like snails. It kills them. So he thinks it kills humans. So one of his friends is disguised as an employee and they beat his ass. It's just a friend disguise. He hasn't gotten that far yet, but still a public nuisance. They make a joke, and well, I'm not even going to tolerate that one. I'm skipping it. Bonnie's uncle is the president. So strange. They're gonna have dinner with the president, and then you have a call scene. And fuck, the alien is a pedo, so... Puggo, what the fuck? Puggo. What is your obsession with pedophiles? I think we need to get to the bottom of this, because this is starting to get really fucking weird. Because while this is a one-off character, if I see another one, that means you fucking double-dipped. So he pours salt on a dish to kill the president. So yeah, that's a waste, but hey. It's on the kitchen counter. That will taste salty forever. And the president is Fredbear. He has blood pressure issues and fucking dies. Man, I wish I had good blood pressure. Mine is really, really low. You know that like, when it's low and a problem, and when it's low but not a problem, I'm in that middle. I'm just like, right in that middle mark. If it drops... I'm going to need to get things, and I don't like needles, so I'll probably die of low blood sugar. That I would not be surprised. I don't like getting my finger pricked. And dies. The alien runs away, and BB doesn't care and tries to give him ice cream, salted caramel. So the alien turns to fucking goo, swamp goo, swamp goo.
I don't know about that alien stuff, but what I do know is that tonight, it's just me and you, baby. Oh.
Now, maybe the last video... Ooh, the break-in. Ooh, spooky. So, Bonnie plans to sleep over with his friends, Toy Freddy, and BB. Turns out, Bonnie's cousin from out of town is there. It's Toy Bunny! So he's like a nerd or like a geek. So, yeah, I mean, that's a headcanon people have had for years. I mean, I can't criticize. I've done that before, the whole Toy Bonnie nerd thing. I've done that before. They don't like it, but I mean, it's better than the Toy Bonnie we'll talk about later, you know?
Holy gazingas, those are some big melons.
Anyway, so they watch a video, and it's blurred out. Yeah, that might just be porn. I'm not gonna lie. I think Puggo would do that. Not gonna lie. I didn't expect that from Puggo, really. Oh, wait, yeah, he drank Roxy's milk once. I know where that image came from. We all know where it came from. It then switches it to a top 5 scariest people video that Puggo made. So, I mean, I'm a bit mad, you know. Made fun of Hazbin Hotel fans, which to be fair, I'm one of them. But to be fair, I have a lot of friends into it, so I think it was inevitable I'd get indoctrinated. But to be fair, I did infiltrate that infernal server. So, and it seems like a large majority of this community is, well, you might want to... You might want to, you know, take back your statement. Anyways, me trying to create a bit of sword. Number 2 spot is the fat guy. I'm glad to see him again. And so this is a pedo hippo episode. I'm just gonna pour the glue on you or whatever. Pour the cold milk on you. Yeah, this is a fucking pedo hippo episode, unfortunately. So, yeah, fuck. It seems like Fernando or whatever. I don't know. Do I feel like looking it up so I don't have to say pedo hippo every time? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Weekly uploads every Saturday. When was the last video? Oh, that was 5 months ago. I don't think that's every Saturday. This is like one of the original videos. Everything's starting to make a little more sense. Okay, I got the name almost right. It's Fernando Vasquel. I'm just going to call him Fernando because, dear God, I'm not going to say all of that. Puggo, you are not worth the effort. So, Fernando, it's a Fernando episode. Man. So, he just gets his ass kicked trying to get into the video. Fuck, I gotta talk about him. So, the first trap is a dishwasher-tainted donut. Toy Bonnie being a nerd, so they have to tell him to shut up. They heat up the pantry door because he's fat. Not the most inspired plan. They split into pairs to get more traps around, so if Fernando gets in, only one group gets their booty hole tickled. I'm slowly beginning to wonder why I am doing this, you know? I'm tempted to just delete this, you know, just scrap the whole thing! But that is not good showmanship! Dear God, what am I doing with my life? I should get a job, you know? I should go and get a job instead of doing this. I think I'd have a better life. Anyways, they lay out Legos for him to step on, which, like, BB's plan is to, like, fucking kill him with honey and vitamin C. I don't think that fucking works. And the guy likes Fortnite, so they set it up as a trap. I don't know why. So he dresses the fat guy up as a woman, and, that's the big boy, yes! Never go! Woo! I love big boy. So, anyways, now we're sad, you know. Hernando gets inside. So far, every plan worked on him. So he's running in the bathroom because he's about to shit himself. So, bumps into big boy. And this clip is actually fucking funny.
I don't know how to feel better about myself. I just fucking hate my life. Oh, I've struck gold. It's a daughter. Come here, baby. Daddy's home.
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, let me get some. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I love you, baby. I love you.
I wasn't even a woman.
What?
Just him turning down and saying, Daddy. I don't know, something about that. That right there, that gets me to chuckle. So, Hernando is gone, they win. And then the Prime video, I picked that one because I thought it'd be funny. No other reason. So, BB finds a lighter and thinks it's a wand. Huggy Wuggy appears and they burn him. What the fuck? And now they're at school? What? This is the fuck? Bonnie asks Toy Freddy what Prime is, and he's just breathing really hard, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. He asks Toy Chica out, gets denied, and takes it like a fucking incel. You know, I'm not surprised Puggo would make an incel joke. He seems like... I'm not going to make that accusation. Hold on. I'm not going to say he was an incel. I was about to claim he was a brony, but no. He's not that low yet. He's not that low on the totem pole. Yet. He's like one ring above that, and the ring below him is not very good either. Anyways, so they decide to get Prime, so they go to Foxy's uncle to get Prime, and he doesn't have it. He just gives them body armor and says it's Prime, trust. They give him money, and then they say it sucks and throws it on the ground. Shattering glass near a road! I am like half sure that's a fucking crime! To have hoping to throw glass on the road, and I know that motherfucker didn't pick it up. He's not going to. Unless if somebody called the cops on him, like, hey, you committed a crime, and then she's like, pick it up, you know. But like, I've had body armor. It's not that fucking bad. It's actually pretty good. I can't drink soda and stuff because it, like, fucks with my throat. So I drink water, juice, Gatorade, and body armor. That's all I ever drink. Or the Minute Maid. Like, specifically, Minute Maid juice. That shit is actually fucking fire. Oh, wait, no. I also occasionally, very rarely, drink Gamer Sups. Is a rarity, but I do it sometimes. So I can get through long editing sessions. I have to wake up at 6:30 tomorrow, motherfuck. Anyways, so Prime kills people in this universe? Oh, wait, hold on. So they have a breaking news segment, literally straight out of SML. My brother fucking crashed out because he watches so much SML. He saw this and went, motherfucker. Bro literally crashed out over that, and I don't blame him. I thought it was fucking funny. So Prime kills people in this universe. See, I accidentally skipped a couple lines. I mean, close enough anyways. So they go to some guy to get the cure, but he needs magic or some shit, and they try to find BB, and BB's friend finds a wizard, and the wizard is fucking with BB, I think. They find underage girls, which means Moon is a pedo. What the fuck, Puggo? Why did you double dip? He commits a crime, and Puppet, the officer, takes Moon down. Puggo. If I ever fucking interview you, I'm bringing up the fact you not just double dipped, you fucking triple dipped. 3 times. The fuck? So they make a Nazi joke, which, given what Puggo has done so far, not the worst thing he's done so far, so, I mean, still fucked. So they do a montage. Why is there a fucking Rose toy here, dude? Why? So Foxy pisses in a glass and calls it the mixture, the golden serum, you could say. It's funny. I thought it was funny, genuinely. But to be fair, I watched so much fucking random bullshit. My brain's like fucking fried at this point now, so my humor's been broken for a while. I sometimes laugh at the dumbest shit. Bonnie learns that the bottle was filled with piss, and, they argue, then make up, and it turns out they didn't cure it. So they just start watching people die, and then BB comes in, and, he learned magic, remember, the wizard, remember? So they give BB a quarter to cure the Prime disease, and he actually fucking does this. Now, the true final Puggo video, because my brother was really interested in the fishing one. To be fair, I like to fish too, but I don't think I want to watch whatever Puggo's concept of it is. So Bonnie and BB are, oh, by the way, there was another video I watched. It was, Toy Freddy goes on a diet, and it was so fucking boring, I just didn't add it in. Your video is bad when it's so boring, I don't even feel like talking about it. So Bonnie and BB are wanting to talk to Foxy, and he's just been fucking a pillow. Yeah, for like a month. He's been gooning for a month. Oh. He just come up with some better fucking jokes. Like, dude, you made the same fucking joke like 80 times. Come up with something original for once. Professionals have standards, and you clearly aren't a fucking professional. Go and get some standards. I don't know, man. I watch too much. I'm fucking mad. I'm getting mad! Anyways. So he just teleports over there. Lefty is hosting a fishing competition. And they want to win just so they can go to a strip club. I thought the last one was bad. This one's worse. Lefty literally says the fucking N-word. Sure, he blurred it out, but we all know what you said. And that hand is looking pretty white to me. So I'm just saying, we've canceled other people for making a tweet 8 years ago I think we should cancel this guy. I'm not actually calling for cancellation. I'm being funny. Don't take me being facetious as a reason to hate people. Hate people because you hate them. Don't have me influence that shit. Because if you're gonna hate somebody, don't find a reason. Hate them because of who they are. You know what taught me that? Red versus Blue. God, Season 5 has such the most fucking quotable quotes, dude. Like, I'm gonna kill you, computer phone lady. Hold on, I'm literally gonna find the end of Season 5 quote. I've had the transcription. You know, Caboose? I used to not care. I just went along with orders and hoped that everything would work out for me. But after all that's happened, you know what I've learned? It's not about hating the guy on the other side because someone told you to. I mean, you should hate someone because they're an asshole or a pervert or a snob or they're lazy or they're arrogant or they're an idiot or they're a know-it-all. Those are reasons to dislike somebody. You don't hate a person because someone told you to. You have to learn to despise the person on a personal level. Not because they're red or because they're blue, because you know them. And that every single day you just can't stand them because they're a complete and total fucking douchebag. That is the exact quote from Church from Season 5. Season 5, episode... Season 5, episode... oh no. Episode 105th overall. So it's episode 105. Why the fuck am I going down this rabbit hole? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was saying do not hate Puggo because I told you to. Hate him because you hate him. And I brought up that fucking line because I've been watching Red vs. Blue here lately, man. Anyways. So, they go fishing, and BB wants to get an ass lift. Puggo, I'm sure you can come up with literally anything better. At least SML would have come up with something at least funny. So they catch Balloon Boy, and... No, motherfucker! Hernando again? What the fuck, Puggo? Why, I didn't want him to fucking come back. Oh, the video was already not enjoyable, but now you just fucking made it worse. Damn it. Even more racist depiction of L-Chip. Man, peak humor there, Puggo. Asian puppet. You know, I'm just gonna not mention Orville. Don't watch the video. He's just a stereotype. I'm not touching with a 1,000-year pole because I have respect for other people and their beliefs. Like, if he was just a stereotypical, literally anything else, I wouldn't care. Well, I do care, but still, really, somebody's an entire religious group that has already been kind of fucked over by history, Puggo? Really? So, Hernando, I mean, is there anything else I can say? I feel my fucking soul leaving my body. It's just boss crashing out from the fucking smiling friends. That's how I feel. So there's like... So he finally addresses the fact there are 8 wanting to get... What the fuck? Wanting to get ripped... Tortoise? Motherfucker, why are these... I had to string together. Man, I'm gonna slam my fucking head into a wall to end my suffering. I might actually like the videos after that. So the news reporter is like the most reasonable character here. And that's saying something. BB catches L-Chip and insert Mexican joke here. Then fucking Hernando appears, my fucking sleep paralysis demon. Asian puppet just starts shooting the water, trying to hit Hernando. I hope to God he lands a shot. He fucking hit it! Thank God a stain on this world has been scrubbed. Foxy and Bonnie caught like a lot of fish. I wouldn't know what that's like. I can fish for 8 hours and not catch a single fucking one. I'm bad at fishing, if you can't tell. I also impaled my finger with a hook once. I see, like, anytime, like, I scrunch my hand up, sometimes I feel when it entered my hand. I hate thinking about it. Ugh. Anyways, then they catch Hernando and think he is the purple fish. They give it a lefty and they get the money, surprisingly. BB is sad about his lack of ass, and they get a hooker, and it's Toy Freddy's mom, Roxy, and well, that's pain. That pain's over. So, yeah. Peak video. Dear fucking God. Now onto a channel I can actually fucking tolerate. Sly Pie. That means to, you know, no, this is over. To, you know what this means. A channel I more tolerate than fucking Puggo is. Anyways, now onto a channel I hope I can actually tolerate. So, Sly Pie! Before we talk about Sly Pie, this guy's a bit of a weirdo. Talking about Puggo again. He's a fucking weirdo. In the description, he added, similar to videos made by Marcus Plarkus. Whatever his first name, Dawkins, SML. Okay, yeah, it kind of makes sense for him to be there, but I doubt he wants to be associated with this shit. Like two others I can't remember, but we're finally free until I edit this shit. So anyway, Sly Pie. So he doesn't really have a lot of drama overall. He's pretty mid, all things considered, and the whole A Day at Freddy's essentially was just Puggo and him doing a meet and greet with Puggo. Dear fucking God, he's a fucking phantom that follows! Help me! Anyways, Puggo chose not to pay for the venue, so it got canceled, but people paid for fucking plane tickets, so they lost money, and a good chunk of it, if plane tickets are as expensive as I've been told, because I'm not looking that up. So yeah, I really, like, overall, I do like Sly Pie. Like, I even brought up problems with writing, because I do writing, I make videos, and I talk about, you know, I talk about a few of his fucking brain rot smiling critters shit, because that shit is low. But to be fair, I've seen Puggo, and Xman723 during his weird era. Oh yeah, that's a teaser for a future video. We're talking about the FNAF Gmod community next. We're talking about it because, insider tip, I know all of, well, not all of them, but I know, like, the big guys, like CF. I'm actually friends with CF, Foxy Boy, and a few others. The big ones, like Ashy Boy. I am friends with that community, all because I was in the VC at a right time, and from there, I became friends with people. So, Sly Pie, so I figured how else can I start this video off with a bang? And I can only do it in one way.
Holy Gothingas, those are some big melons. What?
Let's talk about the whole video. There's a warning at the beginning, which was probably added by the re-uploader. Dear God, why is the dog whining? I don't know why she whines. It's like, dude, you're in the cage because you pissed on the fucking ground. Wait your hour. Because, you know, I mean, how else are you going to teach a puppy not to pee on floor? You put it in a cage for an hour. And then after that hour, you let it out. And then it doesn't do that. That's how we've always done it. I mean, none of our dogs are fucking weird. I've seen how other people train their fucking dogs, and if anything, I'm doing it fucking normal. I seen one guy, he just wouldn't lock up, like, he wouldn't do anything with their dog. That thing tried to eat me. Not a joke, it literally tried to eat me. So, I'm pretty sure putting in cage for an hour is a lot more ethical than letting your dog fuck everything up. I have no memory of what I was talking about. I got distracted. So, Toy Bonnie is like a nerd who drools. Common trope. Again, I done it, so. The pizzeria is destroyed and is being renovated, so Toy Chica is like the Instagram girl. You know, I'm talking 2012 to pre-reels. If you're an unk, as my friend, as some of my friends have called me, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so Toy Bonnie grows a backbone and man, decent writing. Kind of whiplash to go from the fucking pits of Tartarus here to here. So she goes full diva. You know, I sometimes wonder why I write certain words, and I remember, oh yeah, there's an actual definition for them people don't remember most of the time. So they run away, and Toy Bonnie likes Mangle, I think. Or Balloon Boy? I'm not really fucking sure, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the lore. It's been like fucking years, and this was during an era where I wasn't watching anymore, so... Anyway, so Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are talking about the sister location. Toy Chica is being hostile for, like, no fucking reason. Wait, it might have something to do with BB and Funtime Foxy. I'm so fucking confused. Anyway, so Toy Chica wants to know what BB did to get Toy Foxy to like her, like him. We get some Toy Chica glaze. Wait! Don't like that! Don't take it that way! What the fuck? So BB is a mechanic, apparently. Man, I missed so much lore. BB wants to kill everybody taller than him. And that's why he has no part, you know? That's why he has no parts. Like, I'm not surprised he wants to do that so he can be attractive, I guess. Again, incel fucking activity there. Toy Chica begs for help, so BB tells Toy Chica to go to a plastic surgeon, which, like damn! That shit's fucking mean! Like, dude, imagine being so ugly, somebody literally says you should go to a plastic surgeon. That right there is a fucking insult. So, anyways, she does, and it's Springtrap. Plastic surgeon. You know, honestly, this seems pretty up his alley, given sister location shit. Anyways, so she sits down, and he's really fucking creepy scene that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Hi? What the heck is going on?
Oh! Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. She gets on the table, and after a brief argument, you know, what can I say? By the way, the thing you're about to see took me, like, hours to edit, probably. Wow. This is made by somebody that's not Puggo. I'm surprised it seems right up Puggo's alley. Anyways, reusing jokes aside, what am I doing in my life? Dear fucking God. I hope this is the worst this man has done. Otherwise, I have no idea how much longer I take this shit, man. So, Springtrap wants $5,000 for the procedure, which is actually really, really cheap for my limited research of not looking it up and speaking out my ass because I'm not looking that up. I'm pretty sure I'd start getting makeup ads. Remember, I don't remember his Instagram or Facebook, but they got into a big drama because they would, anytime a teenage girl would delete a selfie, they would promote makeup to them. So, I'm pretty sure I have to look that up. I start getting makeup ads. They done it once, they'll do it again. Yeah, it's an old drama no one talks about, and I'm kind of surprised. I feel like everybody should talk about that, because it's kind of fucked up from a major company. But hey, they have billions of dollars. They can make people shut up if they want. Anyway, she looks into the mirror and learns what thirst trapping is. In an instant. And she decides to not give Springtrap the money. Not even a penny. So, and, you know, they then add in a Day for Freddy's ad. We all know what happened to this event. It never happened. Our brief break from this shit is over, so Toy Chica is, talking to Toy Freddy. His mind fucking breaks, and that's a mix of making fun of her, as well as horny noises. To move past this part of disaster, self-aware joke, it actually lands. Kinda. She mans 4K like she owns the fucking guy. Like she owns the guy, you know what I mean? Yo, she wants 4K that she owes the guy.
What are those things growing on your chest?
Yep. That's going to the clips folder. It might never be useful, but that is fucking funny. Most enjoyable part of this bad video. So we move on, and please make this end, Mangle. Make this end. So Mangle sees Soy Chica. I wish I didn't, but already wasted a day or two of my life. Why not waste more?
What's going on with him?
I don't know.
Oh, get away from me.
Holy gazingers, those are some big melons. What?
Finally, the part I clicked on this video for. The search is over. So there's more to this video, so fuck, we must continue. Toy Bonnie kind of loses his shit. The wizards appear, and this continues, going, oh. Before Springtrap comes and finishes this help, hopefully. Bonnie goes full simp mode, so, man, that's one thing off the bingo card. Just took one whole channel. Anyways, bridge jumping joke that marks another thing off the bingo card. At this point, I may get a bingo. Yeah, so Toy Bonnie absolutely loses his shit at this point, and bro makes your average tier 3 Pokemon sub absolute one of those, like, fucking straight up mouth breathing troglodytes incel lunar bait material watching tier 3 Pokemon sub level shit. Man, I'm making a tier 3 Pokemon sub in the year of our Lord and Savior 2026. I've really fucking lost the plot, man. Anyways, so, the lore ones, let's see if they're good, okay? That's gonna be slog, hours of videos. So, instead of doing that, I decided to watch some last pre-days lore, because most of them are like 10 minutes. Dear God, the voice of Baby is either a sister or young him, and it's giving me a fucking headache. So they go inside of they go into the camp that way they get murdered, basic horror movie shit. Baby's voice is giving me fucking psychic damage, my poor brain. You see a pipe cleaner thing in the box with Toy Freddy and Bonbon, and like insane lore drops. This guy was used to make Innard Evil or some shit, and he's the reason he made Innard Evil. He then touches the Funtime Freddy, so Funtime Freddy is possessed by the wire cleaner monster. We get some found footage of what happened to Baby and Laura, I think. But no, Baby and Laura leave. The wire pipe clear thing is called System or some shit, and now we're on to part 1 of the final battle, which is not Final Days or whatever the fucking. Hold on, I literally could open the 3rd channel tab. Yeah, Last Days. Oh god, I saw this. Hold on. We're not gonna kill you and keep you, because I genuinely like that shit. That's funny. Not talking about Sly Pie, I was looking at, but yeah, it's Last Days. Not talking about that. The final battle, it's years ago. So this has like a ton of lore that's been set up, and I'm not going to watch because I don't want to hear a fucking kid yap for hours. I mean, hell, I hear that enough when I watch my older videos. You guys will know about those in, probably months' time, knowing my luck. So, Monty gets grabbed and his friends look for them, and Lolbit is making a appearance. So, they're trying to stop him, probably, because of the systems guy. Man, I think he looks back on this with a level of regret. I know I would. Like, I cringe so hard at some of my earlier stuff. So, he plays You Can't Hide as a cool moment. I mean, it probably was back then, but I just think it's fucking cringe and funny. So, I know his address now. It's on the fucking box in the video. Like, my brother pointed it out. This kid fucking doxed himself, honestly. I would expect that from Puggo, but not Sly Pie. Okay, I'll stop mentioning Puggo for now. But damn, I can't believe he fucking... By the way, I'm not showing the scene of him fucking doxing himself. I have respect for Sly Pie to some extent. But anyways, after that, they get cornered and like a monkey with a lightsaber hits system right out of Funtime Freddy, and he tells Lolbit to kill them. And I think this has something to do, to be continued. Lolbit's ability is to just take people over. Brother found the line. See, like here's a line. I could go inside of people to be funny. Anyways, as someone who does write scripts and does something somewhat similar, like, something similar to be like a, you know, an unreasonable / sensible it seems like an escalation, you know, unreasonable. But to be fair, I've been doing this for years, and this was from 8 years ago. Maybe he's gotten better in that time. Making some criticisms from past him aside, his name is Electro. Now, why did it get changed between videos? I don't know. Lolbit was being controlled, and he's normal. There are 2 Lolbits. Some bear passes a law saying you can't talk to other groups. Fucking, in essence, like, essentially segregation. That's strange, but hey, what can I say? It's the story he wants to tell. So they skip over all that, and now we're dealing with the Phantoms, which are Springtrap skids, I think. He makes them play outside. Phantom Freddy gets knocked out, and a Yendo Funko Mini ducks him. I can't read. Some weird blue box thing is like the leader. We then switch to the Funko Pops playing some random game. Fucking some weird box in a same way. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I can't hear the fucking guy. Freddy has a problem with the wolf, and for some reason, so the fox needs an experiment on the minions exist. This is probably one of the weirdest fucking channel lores I've seen in a while. They released Phantom Chica from jail, so Phantom Chica can't speak. So the blue fox thing knows her. He fixes it, it has a voice pitch, so my will to live goes down hearing it. So apparently the Phantoms are family / Phantom Foxy overhears a bit of what's going on. The blue fox is like, hey, I need to get shit done. Keep your eye on your family. She gets amnesia because Phantom Freddy is like strong, and now she's a good person. Now we are on to the Phantom Freddy episode. We're in the pizzeria. So Freddy complains to his friends. They mention SML. Now Freddy is going to Foxy. Turns out Foxy invited Springtrap and with her Foxy over for dinner. I'm watching this out of order, and I blame Sly Pie. I'm watching the playlist called Pretty Last Days Lore. So Freddy crashes out. Crashes out the idea. Phantom Freddy is just there now. They thought the Phantoms died. Okay. There's a new piece of lore. So Springtrap and Phantom Foxy arrive. They see Phantom Freddy. Top 10 anime reunions at number 1. Sly Pie having Springtrap and Phantom Freddy meet. A lot is happening at once. I'm fucking overwhelmed. Springtrap is talking to the OG gang. Golden Freddy talks to Shadow Freddy, and they need to be arrested or some shit. I'm not sure. They make a machine and throw it, and the ball is a occurring event or some shit. I don't know what's going on. I lost the plot a while ago. So they go home, and yeah, these videos are kind of just fucking insane. Like, genuinely. Like, so far, you have fucking Insane Sly-Pie or Weirdo Puggo. I think I know which one I currently like the most out of the two we were talking about so far. Wait until we get to the good one. We are now on to Sly-Pie versus Dingaling. What the fuck am I looking at? I feel like I should know. Like, you know, have you ever watched, like, didn't watch an old show you don't want to ruin by rewatching it? That's me watching Sly-Pie. But, anyways, so it's like a super important lore character, but he can only, like, Slippy. Important lore character, but he can only say Slippy. And he's here for some reason, and Slippy is important because Lolbit made him with parts from Zartek. Brother predicted Vox-Tech before that thought even entered Visipop. Confirmed she copied from fucking fnaf plush YouTuber. I rest my case. That'd be fucking funny if it comes out. She just, like, fucking stole shit from fnaf plush YouTubers. That'd be the funniest shit. So, like, Slippy is, like, a star child or some shit. Keep in mind, I'm trying to remember shit from, like, 6 years. Oh my god, it's been 6 years. I'm getting old, my mortality. Anyways, existential crisis aside. This has something to do with, like, Five Nights at Frokies. I know nothing about this because I never really watched them. Oh, and, the previous mentioned Blue Foxy. Anyways, we are now on to the Joy of Creation, episode 2. Man, this is consuming more of my time than I'm willing to ever admit. So, Freddy wanders into some house. You know, the Joy of Creation animatronics are after them now. The Joy of Creation, Freddy captures Chica and then Foxy. Bonnie runs and tries to warn Freddy, but doesn't believe him. Sly-Pie sneaks in a pretty clever, pretty clever plug. I'll give him that. That was smooth. That was really smooth.
What are you watching?
Well, I'm watching this, like, Hello Neighbor plush series thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Who's it by?
Oh, this YouTuber called Sly-Pie.
Oh, that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and I'm waiting for episode 4, and it won't come out. Gosh dang it.
Well, why isn't it coming out?
Because Sly-Pie forgot about it, I think.
Well, who's this Sly-Pie guy?
Oh, I don't know, he makes all these plush videos, it's pretty cool.
Plush. Plushes. Plushies are so lame, like, what the heck? Only babies play with plushies.
Okay, this actually made me laugh. It is self-aware. Blue Fox is on the TV, and this is how it ties into the lore. So he captured their friends and kind of put them in separate areas, I think. So I don't entirely understand what's going on. Bonnie gets captured because, you know, did not get captured because they have to have character banter somehow. You can't have that with one guy. So the Blue Fox is trying to put his master plan put his master back together, which the scale grows, hopefully satisfyingly, like, which I doubt. Like, I do a lot of writing and stuff like that, like I've mentioned. Like, you have to learn to add a 1 above them, but when you do that, you have to try lightly as to make the current bad not look like, you know, fucking amateur. So I get sidetracked. Anyways, so they're scared of whoever is sit there. So Freddy sees it, realizes he was wrong. There is a thing chasing them. And, you know, as someone who has played the game a long time ago, I have an ingrained memory of either being at a VC or watching someone a while back. But when Freddy chases after them, someone said, bro is running like a quarterback. I don't know where that's from. It was really late. All I remember is that sound being triggered like a deep-seated memory. Anyway, so Freddy and Bonnie are freaking out. Bonnie uses a guitar as defense, which, I don't know, metal versus wood. I don't think that's going to work. Bonnie then chooses cat toy, which, I mean, like, fair enough. They think there may be weapons in a random place they rented, so they pull a Scooby-Doo and just dress up as someone else. And the fact that plan works, I guess it's funny, kind of. They take it off, and the bear attacks them, so they trap him in an ice machine, which, fair, I don't think a guitar would do much. So our titular main characters escape. We hear screaming of what I can only assume to be Chica and Foxy. The blue fox man says, job well done. So on to our now on to more parts of the poor fucking pre-Last Days lore before we get to the best channel ever that's plush related. I'll die on this hill. So we're on to what hides beneath. We're creepy So theory. So they just ran without second thought. They find a hatch and open it. They go down. Freddy thinks they're in a basement. Freddy finds a flashlight, and they're pretty messed up looking. Joy of the creation. Bonnie. Yeah, he calls the thing ugly. They start arguing. The thing, you know, the mask falls off. Bonnie grabs the flashlight as they run away, trying to avoid Bonnie. He trips as the Bonnie creature gets him. Freddy is trying to find Bonnie before it's too late. He bumps into Scorched Bonnie, if I remember right. So he flashes him and is a little dizzy after getting punched by Freddy. Bonnie finds scissors for plot convenience, his words, not mine. Defeats Scorched Bonnie, or whatever his name is. And they decide to find a way into the attic and get out. You know, safe for now. Now on to Beyond the Trees. We get a shot of the outside. Billy's pretty cinematic, I'll give him that. But to be fair, I can go onto my porch and look at a relatively barren area and be like, yeah, that's nature. You know, living near farmers have benefits like beautiful landscapes. So they go into the attic and decide to run outside. So they run with reckless abandon and get separated pretty instantly. A pretty well-made Scorched Chica is after them. They reunite, but Bonnie trips and is lost again. Freddy runs into a tree, and they're back. We bump into the chicken. Yeah. And then plot convenience, his words again, not my... Hair keeps falling into my mouth. Anyways, so... Hold on, I need to... anyways, so... They decide to get into the mansion, and Freddy follows suit. They make fun of the chicken. It gets in, so they run into the attic. Whisper said, "You passed the test. You didn't know this was a test, and it was a scheme." But they still have Foxy and Chica, so... Starting the... I don't know, coming with creation of something in the attic. So now we're on to Toy Chica's sister. You know, she's getting a phone-dependent Starbucks drinking. Is there pumpkin spice stereotype? Which, I mean, common. So, easy writing anyways. So, she's at the beach and is angry that she can't take pictures. And Toy Chica falls onto Toy Chica's beach towel. Toy Chica then tells Toy Chica ugly. And it turns out... And then she's like, do you want to take a selfie with me? But she agrees. And that phone looks like it's straight out of the 2010s. Like, the camera should fucking work. Fun fact, my dad used a phone just like that until 2018, so they are usable. But anyways, they're like bonnets start sounding, that sound similar, so, yeah. So, I think I know how this relates to the lore, dear God. Version mentions to, go to a coffee shop or plan to, Bonnet and Bonnet are, doing something. They need to, like, get some data or whatever. Whoever the agency is. Keep in mind, I haven't watched this guy since, like, the last battle, season 1, which is almost 10 years ago. Dear fucking God, it's almost been 10 years since 2017. Dear God, I'm getting old. They're looking for a suspect. So Bonnet sees the toy chicas and after some minor catcalling ensues, they approach them and, toy chica starts whining as Bonnet catches up. And it's made by Czar. And it's the evil. My poor fucking ears and speakers. Toy Chica has no ideal, and it looks like a blue lulbit, but ugly. And it's because they want to destroy him before he destroys the world. So, anyways, Toy Chica mentions Slippy, which both is the creator and a character. So anyways, Toy Chica whining some more, and Slippy is here. They try to get Slippy succeed. They ask questions, which, you just said Slippy, so they somehow understand him. I guess it's a funny gimmick, so they chase him and get Phantom Chica is there, and they, kill him. So they want to kill Slippy. We get internal dialogue from whatever the Master Czar is about. He shouldn't feel bad, Alba is apparently a source of power. So Phantom Chica is under Czar's control again, and they took Slippy as bait, and Czar's master wants him to get Electro. So we're on the fourth wall episode. Yay! They break the fourth wall. These videos should never be canon, for it just makes all stories just figments of imagination, thus decreasing the stakes. And anyways, personal opinion aside, we see Balloon Boy, being Balloon Boy. Bonnie is trying to convince Toy Chica to go out with a date with him, and she doesn't want to. So it's like an opposite of what comes later. So they're talking about the fourth wall. BB asks what that is. They run away. So some Wither banter, which seems to be a staple of FNAF content. So Withered Freddy explains that it is what it is and starts arguing to himself. I have no idea why. But stuff like that I just find funny, is when people argue with their characters. According to him, he has no idea what the bad guys are, which brings up a whole level of questions.
My Toy Chica sense is tingling.
Okay, yeah, that got a chuckle out of me, man. So, Twisted Terrors, Part 1. So, it starts with Mama Tattletale. Something I didn't think I'd talk about since I made a lore video on it. Lore maker. Anyways, so, and Mama Tattletale is like a sub or some shit. So they're going on a field trip. She then gets a gun. No, it's a Nerf gun. This kind of undoes what I just said, man. I can feel the video being padded already. Anyway, so they are trying to dig up a time capsule. So the site looks like a demolition, apparently. I don't fucking know. They dig up, a Twisted animatronic. From the Twisted Ones. The last good FNAF book that didn't create some timeline fuckery that made everything just so much more confusing. Anyways, he's just some chill guy. He then gets hit in the head, but the person who frees him is owed one wish. But he needs help finding his friends. Thus, Nightmare Foxy is released. Part 2, yay! 2 more videos and I'm free! And then a few brain rots, dear fucking god. So, my brain will be mush before we get to the end of this. Anyways, so they're looking for the final 2. So they find one of the last 2 that's currently trapped. They free him. He kind of went insane, which makes sense since the rabbit has seen horrible things. But so they convince Bonnie to join them. They then find Chica in a chair. BB climbs it. She saves him. She's apparently the nice one of the Twisted Gang. And now the Twisted Gang is back together. Oh, hello, cat. Anyways, they're now in a tundra. Ooh, spooky. So now we're on to part 3, and now in the tundra. So the wolf, he's like in a cave, and he doesn't, they don't want to go in there. So their plan is to lure him out, so Twisted Bonnie can jump on him and like capture him. So they find Twisted Wolf, and he's making noises that reminds me of that one clip from Smiling Friends. The boss going, you know what? Actually, hold on. I'm going to show you what I mean. So the plan works, and he remembers everything again. And, now, Tsar is here. Oh, yeah, my brother said his name is Tsar, and it sounds familiar to Tsar, or Tsar, which was Russian leader at one point in history. They sound similar. Just kind of thing I wanted to mention, because I'm, a history nerd. So, anyways, he asks the child, but who is the child? They explain, that they helped them and why and then we get a lore dump of why they're no longer Funko Pops and why they're plushies. It explains why BB is not to be trusted, which given how Tsar wants to destroy the planet, he could at least acknowledge it, Yeah, a way to demonstrate the guy's pure evil. That way, then when the two forces collide, you have a clearly good and evil side, if that's what you're trying to do. Which, to be fair, trying to walk a gray line is kind of impossible. I'm not trying to nitpick, it's just stuff I want to point out, So they capture BP and put him into the pit. And from what I can make out, an extremely pixelated screen is Theodore telling BB, "Hey, I'm dying!" BB finds the dead body of his friends, which is probably the most extreme thing I've seen so far, which, is better than fucking Puggo. At least my brain isn't being slammed into a fucking wall. Easy jokes and shitty stereotypes. Other than Big Boy. I like Big Boy. Anyways, but it turns out you only see stuff that scares you down here, so, the fear pit. I could make a Poppy reference, but given what I'll be subject later, I'd rather not. So anyways, now we're on to the earthquake. So we open up with a pretty laid-back video, which I actually fucking remember. The ground shakes suddenly, so we learn some massive lore. Earthquakes can't happen in Fazbear Hills, which either means it's so far from a fault line it couldn't be possible. So it has to be an unnatural earthquake! I have no idea how that would be possible, but hey. I think it's something illegal making it because no tech can do that, or it's a mind collapse. It's been mistaken for that before. Anyways, he mentions dead space is apparently a thing, and it can be traveled through, which is giving me warp/split space vibes, like warp from Warhammer 40k, but slip space because explosions and stuff. Freddy's hosting something, so they go into private, and Freddy Fazbear, Shadow Freddy tells Freddy his theory. So Freddy didn't know that the villains were here. Tsar is apparently a shared villain between Froakie and Sly Pie, which I'm not even going to watch Froakie because I have to get to an even better guy. Talking about a clean slate, all things considered. Anyways. So, they figure he used Dead Space to get back to their world, so they figure out it's from an ongoing event. So they get entered, and he just kind of lore dumps everything. I would have done it differently, but hey, disagree. But Electro is hiding in someone, and they need to find out. And Czar has an upgrade for Electro, and they think they're going to fuse into, like, a super bad guy. Last days! Oh my god, he said the thing! He said the thing! Anyway, so the only way to stop this is to find a device that can, like, undo the last 2 years. Pretty cheap. But again, I did something similar, you know, because, you know, it's about how you address it. Because the big bad killed a bunch of people, they sacrificed all their bonds to make, reset, so they wouldn't remember some other people, which, you know, I mean, that isn't cheap, you know, you have to have fucking sacrifice. Anyways, I digress. Back on subject, they decided to leave it to a vote that you guys get to. That's clever how that was done, to let the viewers decide what happened, which, I'm not going to cover all of it because that would take too much time. And frankly, if you guys want to do it, you know, comment section, you want to do a comment section. Me, so you guys want to, you know, stand along video, me, giving you, you know, engagement farming, so I get engagement on the video so more people see it, and so I know what you guys like. Aside, I have 2 brain rot videos that kind of show how he has fallen. So the first video I picked to demonstrate is called Smiling Critters Plush, the Skibbity Apocalypse. Part 2. Man, I can feel my soul leaving my fucking body. So the coming up part was like a minute. It's supposed to be like 30 seconds max, as to not spoil the whole fucking thing, you know? I'm not even gonna describe, like, the beginning, because I have no idea how to describe this. I'm not joking. I'm having a problem. This is too overstimulating. Please help me, as I jokingly name the file Overstimulation the Movie. So, about all I can figure out is there's a backup, and everyone is from that one chapter of Poppy Playtime, and what the fuck is a scatnap? Dear God, what the fuck? Him barking is probably the funniest part of this hell. So, they killed the demons, they decide to take volunteers to destroy the outbreak. Last time I checked, this shit is... You know, last time I checked, this shit isn't a virus, but what the hell. They do a scene transition, so there's like a hive mind, so it's like a fungus or some shit. Or, you know, you can say, a fungus among us. Please kill me. Anyways. Dear God, my lungs, I need water. Panic! Almost died. Anyways. So, whatever the fuck a scatnap is. I sometimes wonder what brings people to do such things. Such awful things. Then I remember the one that shan't be named. Well, anyways. Me, after watching this, knowing there's 5 minutes, knowing there's so much more.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
All I want to say is, like, Wither Chica is queen unless they killed them. Please let the video be over. So I picked the baby plush because I feel like that would be a good fall-off point. Dear God, I'm getting too old for this shit. So, one of the characters wants to fix broken bones if it ever happens, but they make a baby potion on accident. Insert pop joke. Keep in mind, this is a mainline video now.
Oh no! I must have messed up the potion!
My fucking head hurts! I need aspirin! Aspirin's the thing for headaches, right? Hold on. I feel like I should know this, but I think it's aspirin, but I always check myself to make sure I'm not spreading misinformation. Oh, no, oh, yeah, aspirin is one of them, but it's ibuprofen. That's one of them. God, I need a fucking... Yes, what do you want? You don't have to yell. What do you want? Stop yelling. Is this what you wanted? Oh yeah, that's what she wanted. Okay. Oh no, she yells when she wants something and then doesn't elaborate. So yeah, my fucking head hurt. I still don't know what the fuck a scatnap is. Can someone explain this shit? Because scat means shit if I'm not mistaken. So why is this a fucking thing? I feel like I need bleach after this. So he gives everyone it, and Yarna becomes lore accurate and attempts to eat a fucking kid. There's no actual conclusion to this episode. Now on to our last channel. And through all this hell, just to watch my favorite plush YouTuber. You're probably here because you saw them on the thumbnail and stuck through the whole septic tank just to see them once more. I'm sad this ended. Not super, but MarioMuffetAdventures. But man, I miss this so much. They quit. Like, I'm so bummed about that. So, why not dig up the old corpse and, see what they have? I'm having so much nostalgia just from looking at the channel page. So, FNAF Plush is like the first video I picked, and man, the nostalgia is starting off. Man, it is hitting hard. It's a pretty basic FNAF plushie video, and the fucking plushies are actually terrifying, genuinely. These things scared me as a kid. They are creepy as fuck. But man, I ain't gonna lie, it's nice to see them once more. We then transition to our titular monkeys, M1 and M2. I believe that's what they are called, but, they need more money so their friend can go on a road trip around the world. And man, these jokes were ahead of their time, buddy.
Let me tell you a saying that my father told me years ago. It's something that everyone hates to hear. Get a job!
Yeah, I'm gonna say slurs. Job. The fact that the fucking slur is the funniest shit, man. I genuinely find that funny. I mean, this is a bog standard FNAF plush, and the whole Chica being a duck. Man, this feels like OG FNAF videos, man. This is what I remember. You think he's on like a reality show? And to be fair, I think something very similar. But after an encounter with the robots, he realizes this is real. I miss these old videos, man. He tries to call M1 and M2, but they don't pick up because it's fucking 2 a.m. and I don't blame them. I'd be asleep. He wastes too much power, so he kind of just like runs into the dining room, tries to hide, bumps into Pirate Cove before getting to the bathroom, hoping to survive 2 more hours, but, they come in, he finds a window and escapes. Freddy's before he's killed. Then the FNAF 2 video, which sets the scene in 1987, and man, they look fucking creepy. As creepy as first set. We get the name of M1 Henson and M2 Henson. We get younger M's. Toy Chica got hit by the fucking ugly stick. So they fight and get knocked out. The night guard arrives, and, the FNAF movie crew got their design for BB. Dear God, that thing's fucking horrifying. Just saying. I'm saying a lot of this as a compliment, because if it's creepy, then you did something well. I'm not scared by a lot of things. I am, something that does scare me is when something looks vaguely human. Like, so human, but not human, and it walks in like a uber unnatural way. Now that's how you get my skin crawling. Ugh. Yeah, I love these so much, man. They look so cool. So M1 and M2 wake up after knocking each other out, doing their thing. The guard overhears them, and M1 and M2 get attacked by Mangle. And, they almost manage to get into the office thanks to the guard distracting them, but then they literally just run around to get out. So M1 decides to talk to the guard. He forgot to wind the music box, but it was almost too late. M2 has to deal with Freddy, but it disappears, and the music box attracts M2. Yeah, BB looks like the one from the movies, like, genuinely. Anyway, so M1 is trying to find M2. Shadow Bunny cameo. M1 dresses up like a ghost to scare the guard, and the music box stops, and we all know what happens. We literally get a cinematic killing of Charlie before Charlie was, a thing. We know what did happen because of the death minigames, but I didn't really expect it to go this hard. Puppet kind of looks like the Hex puppet, I'm not gonna lie. But the puppet is free, and you know what that means. M2 is hiding as, to not get murderized by, the chicken. So they capture M2 and are about to stuff him into the suit, and we actually get a pretty creepy scene. But then the puppet saves M2. They manage to get out, and they book it. So we get to the third in the series, and we found a boarded up area. So they break in and find Spwing Twat. Like, these things are really creepy. We then see our two reoccurring characters appear. And Jeremy is getting absolutely bullied as he prepares to burn the place down because of trauma, So, some kids break in to try to get an early sneak peek, which, to be fair, I think most people wouldn't have committed breaking and entering. Everybody's committed it at least once in their life. I will not elaborate further. You guys will not know how I broke and entered once. Anyways, we get a flashback, not a clash black. What the fuck? My brain, genuinely turned off. Not a clash back. I mistyped. What the fuck is it? My brain fucking hurts, man. So... as Springtrap jumps the guy, it turns out he's seen Springtrap kill and wants to kill him to get rid of the nightmares for the kids. The kids get stuck in the building because a tree falls on the door. So the guy saves the kid, has to save the kids in the building, has to not fail again. The man Springtrap attacks Springtrap to make up for what he did, which is kind of fucking metal. I know if I saw a 6'4" motherfucker wearing essentially power armor, I'd fucking run him the other way, dude. But hey, bro's built different, you know what I mean? Bro is built different, and they fall into a pit. They're guessing things about the FNAF lore that took 10 years to be relevant, and at this point, we all know every Fazbear location is built on the same place. It's like a complex, like some old Resident Evil movie heist type shit. If you know what, you know. Because those movies were so good. They were so bad, they were good. Anyway, so after a quick... Why did you make that noise? Cats make some weird noises. Anyways, so we get a quick recap and have some fun M1, M2 shenanigans. How this ties in, I don't know. Anyways, so they're deep into a secret lab. Holy shit, they guessed two old things. They predicted Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 at least, or at least a part of it. And then they guessed the fucking bullshit FNAF lore would be. But they literally guessed the fucking Nightmare Torture Chambers. This is crazy. This is shit we just didn't know yet. So the nightmare fumes are making them see scary stuff. Ooga booga. So anyways, M1 and M2 get thrown out of the house because they need to find the kids that are at Fazbear Frights. That's how it ties in. Oh, it all makes sense. Now, anyways, so the guys find a rebreather, so they stop inhaling nightmare gas. Yeah, they've literally predicted things to come. So that is actually kind of crazy. We get a flashback sequence which shows what happened previously, and he didn't tell anyone and wants to make sure he gets what's coming to him. So Springtrap is one of the, gets one of the kids out, but the main guy doesn't care anymore and just fucking charges the rabbit trying to kill him since, he did kind of ruin his life. And our guys almost die as the puppet comes in and saves the day. The pupper lights the matches. The puppet lights the matches to finish this once and for all. M1 and M2 come just in time to get the kids. This is so fucking good. If you haven't seen this before, really watch it along with the director's commentaries, because I know I did. And it's been years, and it's as good as I remember. There are a few things that can really live up to as I remember them as a kid. Anyways, now the FNAF 4 video is the last one before I just kind of drop into the random Minecraft videos that I remember. Like, they hold a special place in my heart. And I mean, it's hard to believe that they're like 9, 8, 7 years old. God, I feel old. I remember before FNAF. Man, I was born with FNAF. Not with FNAF. I was born when fucking Halo 3 came out. I'm old. I'm unk status. As the kids these days say. I need my cane. Oh, my hip. So the FNAF 4 video is the last one, so. You ever have, like, the dead skin on your lip and then you, like, kind of chew on it? Why are you yelling? Hold on, she's yelling. Okay, so I guess she just wanted attention. Anyways, but yeah. We get a FNAF 4, perspective, which, I mean, is neat. The amount of effort must have been fucking immense. These plushies look like they could hurt you. Ambulance is on the way to save a kid. The guy isn't paying attention and makes the ambulance crash, which is, the FNAF 3 trauma, which the purple guy saw and was able to get blackmail. So this is Jeremy. Which is how he got him into not telling the cops what happened. But, yeah, those plushies look fucking sharp. So we're back to modern day with M1 and M2, but now we're back to the FNAF 4 segment. Bonnie, got him, and now we're to the Fredbear Diner scene, the Bite of 83. Back to modern day. Yeah, there's a lot of jumping, so, yeah. FNAF 4 segment is pretty cool. We get a lore drop, and after, watch death, which is a really clever way to tell the story. So we get to see the kid, his head's chopped off, back to modern day, to the Paranormal Society, back to FNAF 4 segment to see another death. More lore. We get to see the fucking Yokai Watch Bear Man. I haven't thought about him in forever. That stuff is really hitting the nostalgia, dude. Like a train. The squirrel walks up there, and the last piece of the lore. After the jump scare, we get to see the darkness. The kid died. And the one who got the piece taken out of his head is the squirrel. The FNAF 4 segments were in the brain of the squirrel as he almost died. An angel defeating the shadow and saved him, which is kind of a crazy addition, but damn, I mean, that's a good story though, like genuinely, this actually kind of fucking hits. So like, if you haven't seen this right here, this is what you call peak cinema. So now we're going to pivot into the FNAF and Minecraft thing, because that's what I bet everybody remembers. Now, why are you yelling? So, as I try to scroll down. So, Mojang wants the FNAF gang to do the Minecraft VR. So we have our gang, Foxy, Bonnie, Freddy, Chica, and Golden Freddy, So Foxy is pretty bog standard, early 2000s Foxy. Bonnie can only say, "Wish," and other things similar. Hello, cat. What do you want? You want in my lap, don't you? There you go. God, you're getting heavy. You know that? Anyways, messing with cat aside, Bonnie always says fish or something like that, like fish, 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 fish. Chica doesn't speak, and Freddy is just mean to Golden Freddy, and Golden Freddy's a pretty chill guy, you know. So they need to find Steve that's trapped in Minecraft, but they find a zombie, and it happens to be Steve. It bites Golden Freddy, and Foxy saves him, so they're trying to capture him without, themselves dying. Golden Freddy has a green spot, we see a creeper coming, it explodes, Golden Freddy's getting sick, they accidentally activate the iron golem, and it chases them. It's presumed, and it turns out to be Steve's. And it gets Steve, They get pulled out before anything could get worse, but, they need someone to go back to turn Steve back so we can, make more parts. So I may be jumping from episode to episode from time to time, but, that doesn't happen. So, for this one at least. So, episode 2. So Chica communicates through signs. We have a new pro tag called Monk. He's the non-FNAF character Plush. So they run and try to survive by climbing a tree in hopes that it will make it till dawn. Creeper explodes, tree goes down, they're back to ground level. They trick Zombie, but Monk gives it away, so they're back to running. When dawn breaks, they survive. So they then build a house. Now we're jumping to episode 5. So they build a house. So Freddy cuts a tree down, and this is like real fucking wood. So this is something I want to mention. They use all real wood and make these props. So like, this is real. Golden Freddy and Freddy were looking for trees to build into, and they actually build into the trees. Like, this probably took a crazy amount of effort. Another day passes, they get close to being done, and the last episode we will be watching, sadly, is episode 40. Man, that's an old intro that I haven't seen in many years. Anyway, so Golden Freddy is sad with the pig. Foxy is here, and and Foxy has a plan to make something big. They're building a Ferris wheel. M1 and M2 are here, by the way. I don't remember when they were added. So, yeah. Golden Freddy gets hired, and the pig attacks M2, so they all work on building. They literally built a fucking Ferris wheel. So they go to the castle to wait out until the next morning. Then they paint it, like they indeed painted it. And it fucking works. They made a working Ferris wheel. You're not allowed on the desk. They put so much effort into each video. So yeah, Chica starts speaking later on, apparently. Bonnie is happy that this was made. Puppet had a lot of gold, and the gold is talking to them. It wants a temple to be a gold. So, to be the god of Minecraft. That's all the examples I have, but now on to the closing thoughts. Now, Cat, you're not allowed on the desk, because the desk has the computer. And I don't want hair in my computer, because last time I let you on there, I was using a can of duster for half an hour to get all the hair off, and I had to use things to not break the computer to clean it, because you are annoying sometimes. So, closing thoughts. So, yeah, this is a bit of a long one, and I did it for a reason. To get the worst done, then the mid one, and save the best for last. Puggo, my opinion on him isn't great. given just how fucked up he made his situation. Like, I still don't understand how this one person manages to not make a single good fucking decision while making a new channel. I don't like talking about him, so let's move on to Sly Pie. So I used to watch him when I was younger, but it was a lot of the stuff with Springtrap, but it blended in with, like, Gabe's World. So they're, like, one in the same in my mind. Now, MarioMuffetAdventures. I loved this as a child. I remember, like, it is as good as I remembered, which shocked me. Like, few things have ever done that, like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, I mean, that was better, because I can understand some of the things, like Lego Ninjago, you know. Not the new stuff. I stopped watching after the Moro arc. But, like, some things are not as good, but Mario Muffet, I am glad to rewatch these old videos. It brings back some nice old memories. This is my first dip into this type of content, so if you guys give me some advice, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, this is the first video on my new channel, so hope you guys like it. It took more of my life than I'm willing to admit. But I guess that's Makerton's first video over, so I guess catch you guys later when I get into another hyperfixation, guys. So catch you later.